always ask me how I dye my hair and if I can help them, and I'm terrified. No. I can do my hair, because then if I screw it up, I have to live with it. But if I screw up your hair, not so good. So maybe filming a tutorial is the thing to do. I've never done one before, so here we go! The first thing you will need, obviously, is hair dye. I am using Manic Panic Purple Haze, and I only have that much left in the tub. You will need gloves, because there is nothing worse than dyeing your hair an outrageous colour and then having your hands also being that colour. I've never tried this before. Several friends use petroleum jelly around their hairline to stop it staining, so I'm gonna give that a go today and see if that works. I don't even know what people actually use petroleum jelly for. Vaseline is the name of this product. What do you use Vaseline for? Is this somehow relevant to babies? Why do you need to lubricate your babies? And I also use cling film. Once you've got it all in there, you kind of want to keep it safe so that you can go about your business while your dye is processing and you don't have to worry about putting dye on stuff, and it also helps the processing. And you just wrap your hair up in it and you look so pretty. Also, clothes that you don't mind getting dye on, and clothes that are also easy to take off. This singlet that I sleep in, and my boxes. So here we go! The first step before we even leave the bedroom is take off any jewellery. The sound from here is going to be a little bit rubbish because you can't have the light on without the fan. So it's either darkness or noise. Your flatmates don't want to be standing on a floor covered in dye, and your landlord doesn't want to have to clean that up. So you're going to put a towel down on the floor, so any hair dye that drops will land on your towel and not on the floor. Put on your gloves. I think I put them on the wrong hands. That's fine. Let's give this a go and see if it works. It's gonna be so much fun to wash off later. Oh, this feels so weird. Now your hand feels awesome. Clean up as you go, because no one likes an untidy housemate. Your hair dye producty thing will come with instructions. Make sure you follow instructions, because instructions are there to help you. Very rarely do I actually follow them. Disperse evenly into a colouring bowl. I don't have one of those. You know what I do? Bing, bang, boom, babies. This is definitely not the most professional hair dye application you will ever see, but it works for me, and people compliment me on my hair all the time and ask me how I do it. So you wanted to know. This is literally how I do it. I just smudge it in. There's no secret trick. There's just me smushing dye into my hair. If this is your first time, you really want to have a friend here for this part. There is nothing worse than discovering you've got perfect coverage except for, say, one blonde spot at the back of your head. It's just awful. This bottle says to leave about a 1/4 inch, I think it is, of root. Meh. This right here is making sure it's actually gotten through to my scalp. Yeah, we're looking alright so far. If you don't trust yourself to dye your hair, don't just jump in. Go get it done professionally. A couple of times I did this. I tried to set up like a mirror behind my head. So I had, you know, the forward-facing mirror there and then another one over there. It didn't work. I still could not see the back of my own head and it was so annoying. See all of this under here? This is why you gotta get the fingers going so you don't get this going on. Or you could, you know, separate it out into individual strands and all of that jazz and blah blah blah, and do it, you know, how a professional would do their hair. Or you could just smush it in and do the fingers. I'm gonna call this the Nicki Minaj. Gotta do the Nicki Minaj to get it all mixed in. See, look, that bit's not mixed in. What are you doing? Sort that out. Now you're looking better. Oh, you know what would be awesome is if I could just go, ha! And see the back of my own head. But it moves too fast. I'm so short. This is me standing on tiptoes. This is me standing flat foot. I wonder if my flatmate is home right now, hearing me talking to myself in the bathroom. That'll be fun for her. Another thing you should always do is a sensitivity test on like your elbow there. Just put a little bit of dye, and if you come up in a rash, don't do it. No amount of nice colour hair can make up for that pain in your scalp. Always do a strand test. You don't know what the colour's actually going to turn out to be. And if what you think is like auburn turns out to be eggplant purple, you're not going to be too happy. Then you have to start again and you just damage your hair even more. Oh, I really wish I could see the back of my head. Oh, cool, it's on my neck. That's what I wanted from life. See all of this right here? That's why we put petroleum jelly on our head, so that that doesn't stay there. Look at how blonde it still is under there. I feel like there should be more little hinters and things that I could be giving you, but there's really nothing. This is literally what I do. See, I quite like ones like Manic Panic because you can just treat it like you would a shampoo and you just rub it in all over the place. Get that Nicki Minaj going. Urgh! You've got it all in. Now the hard part is your gloves are covered in dye, so they're slippery, so you can't grab anything. Oh, see, you still got purple on your hands. You're gonna wash that soon. Oh, it's falling. So you're gonna take your cling film, put it over the back of your head, like so, and then all this is gonna fall down because why would your hair be helpful to you? Okay, let's cut that off now, please. Come on, slicing thing, you can slice. You have the cling film on your head. It was quite a battle to get it there, but you did it. Cover up any gaps you might have at the back of your head. Try and make it a bit tighter if possible. Look at how sexy you are right now. You are just the hottest thing since porridge. Clean up your workspace because there's nothing worse than leaving a dye stain. Wasn't that utterly fascinating? Wash your hands. There we go. See, if you get to it quickly, it comes off straight away. Dry your hands. Look at the dye stains you got on the sink. Well, you gotta get to it quickly, so it's just wiping it down with hot water. Ow, this is really hot water. As for processing time, I normally at least double whatever it says on the packet. Manic Panic range, I think, says to leave it in for like half an hour. I tend to leave it in for about 2, and it's so bright. Heat while you are processing will help your colour be more vibrant and I think long lasting. That involves sitting under something hot for 2 hours, and I have a room of stuff to pack up. See all these bits down here? Scrub that now because it will be a lot harder to remove in 2 to 3 hours. It's been 4 hours, so now I'm going to go and wash off all the dye and I will see you in a minute. Fresh out of the shower. It's looking pretty purple. And it seems like the Vaseline did the trick. It didn't stop the purple from, touching my skin obviously, but it made it so much easier to wash it off. Make sure when you are washing it out that you stay in the water until it runs clear. I find if I'm in the shower and I'm standing up, the water will hit my head and make all the dye splatter off onto the sides of the wall, onto the shower curtain, all over the floor. Then you just have a huge mess to clean up. So to start with, I kneel down until most of the dye is out, and then you can stand up. Less places for the droplets to go and less mess to clean up. And don't stand with it dropping over your face, because if you have the dye water running over your face, you may come out to find you have a coloured face. So after having time to dry, it's come out this colour. And of course it was more purple at the bottom and more blonde at the top, so it's come out slightly different. Remember how I said you should have a friend with you to check the back of your head? There's a bit of blonde all up in at the back there. Normally, of course, you would have more dye, so that wouldn't be an issue, but because I had so little dye, it didn't spread quite as far, but a full tub would easily cover my head and then have more left over. Some tricks for keeping your colour fresh. Obviously, if you use Manic Panic, you're not going to use the entire tub in one go. Keep the rest and mix it in with your shampoo or conditioner each time you have a shower. Sort of just refresh the colour a little bit each time. As for what shampoo to use, I use this Salon Professional. I have this, and then I have some 30-second Miracle Creamy Watsy stuff. Stuff you'd spray in your hair to stop it being so frizzy and make it easier to brush, and all kinds of stuff, man. It's awesome. If you are an Avon bandit, or someone you know is, then this stuff also works because it is made for color treated hair, for making it stay long. So there you go, a how to dye your hair good. You can see all the little blonde bits where I just didn't quite have enough to cover the back of my. From the front it looks awesome, and that's what matters. The more you shampoo and wash your hair, obviously the faster it will fade. I shampoo my hair less than once a week. Did this help? If this was helpful to you, then tell me in the comments that this was helpful or that this was bad or what I should explain better next time or any other questions you have, and I will do my best to answer them because I am definitely not the authority on hair dye, but I do my best.